Hey, Stephen Dar here with Rockstaar Marketing, and I recently paid $250 for a PDF on organic marketing and client acquisition. I bought it from this woman who I started following fairly recently, and I thought her content was good, and she made some claims about getting her business to the seven-figure level through organic by helping a couple other people get there through organic, and certainly getting a lot of people to the multiple six, and high six-figure per year revenue level purely through organic methods. And so I was curious, I paid the money for a PDF, and there's certainly a lot more to it than what I'm about to share. And I'm not going to be sharing the exact how to's and the scripts and things like that. But I thought it was worth talking about this five-step process that she shared for how she and how her clients get these results purely from organic, and then breaking them down a little bit. So the first step is to businessize your profile. And so she recommended taking everything that wasn't related to business, something that wasn't valuable and interesting and engaging to a potential client, delete it from your profile, make your bio, your offer statement, make everything in your profile geared towards attracting and converting and providing value to your market and to potential clients. The second thing is to post valuable and engaging content. She recommended at least once per day, maybe twice per day, even three times per day, and ideally doing one live each day. She said even including on the weekends. The third step was to join relevant groups. And so this was her strategy was both for Facebook and for LinkedIn. For LinkedIn, she recommended using Sales Navigator, which is a paid feature. And it was just basically the same where you would search for people who were relevant through Sales Navigator and you would add a certain number of people each day. There's some limit, both I think in Facebook and definitely in LinkedIn, for how many people you want to add per day. Otherwise, they might ban your account. But for Facebook, it was go join relevant groups. So if you're in marketing, join groups for entrepreneurs, marketers, business owners, and search through those groups, the people who are members of it, and add 40 to 50 people a day. And from the people that accept the friend request or the LinkedIn connection request, you send them a DM, you start a conversation, and then you have a CRM. It could just be as simple as a spreadsheet to track responses, conversations, where they're at in the process, booked calls, follow-ups, whatever it takes for sales. And in the guide, she gave some numbers. She said if you send out 100 requests, 20 of them will accept. 8 of those 20 will respond to the DM, with 6 of those 8 being positive responses. 4 of those 6 will book a call, and then of those 4, one of them is going to become a client. Maybe not all 4 of them show up. You're not going to close 100%. So basically, if you're sending 50 requests a day, you're going to get one new client every 2 days. And so long as a client is worth over $5,500, that's 15 clients a month, and 15 times 5,500 is it's really 5,555. Is at the seven-figure run rate. That'll get you 83,333 a month, which is 1/12 of a million. So if you did that month after month, you'd have $1 million business. So I am somewhat dubious of these response numbers just from cold outreach that I've done personally. But that isn't to say that I did it perfectly. I thought that obviously like requesting and getting accepted is fairly straightforward across the board, but certainly the copy in your message is going to impact the responses and how open and positive the responses are. But I thought about it a little bit more, and so let's just say you've got 1,500 friends already on Facebook. That leaves 3,500 open slots per friends. So if she's right that 20% of people are going to accept a request, you're sending 50 a day, that's 10 accepted requests a day. So you have 350 days, basically 1 year, until you've filled up all of your slots because you max out at 5,000 friends. Now, obviously, you can just delete people and then refresh the whole thing. But to me, like this whole organic strategy and a whole lot of the organic strategies out there feel so inorganic to me. To take all the things that are about you and like what you are interested and curious about and what's important to you outside of business off of your profile. Now, of course, you could have two separate profiles. You could have a personal one and a business one. Outside of having a business page, I'm talking about like a personal profile page that is used for business. Um, and then having to post basically every day, going live every single day. And one, I think that demanding that level of content production from yourself is draining, exhausting. You're gonna, not that you're gonna run out of ideas, but just out of necessity, you're gonna create some stuff that isn't that good. You're gonna have certainly like someone who makes 100 things and is intending to create every day is going to have more good things than someone who's only going to create 10 things, but they're trying to make them the 10 best things. There is value in being prolific. Having said that, there is a balance to be reached. And thinking about how much time and energy you want to put into going through these groups, adding people, having these conversations. Now, really, the right way to leverage this is to have a VA or some low hourly rate person that you can have go in, sign into your profile, and handle these parts of the equation for you, especially if they can track it as well. And then just act as you speak on your behalf in the messaging, and then you show up for the calls. And maybe ideally, before you get on the call, you review the conversation that was had. So if there's anything important or you want to bring it up and establish that rapport, that's really where scale comes in with this. And it's not a bad idea. If you outsource these parts, this can work. I don't necessarily think that you're going to get two clients or one client every other day with the numbers that were quoted, but it can definitely work, especially if most people don't need a seven-figure business to be really successful and profitable and happy. So thinking about what is the number that you need, and this can totally work in that regard. And I think that there is a much better opportunity in forgetting about all of this, honestly. So posting stuff, sharing stuff, great when it really feels like a true expression, something that you want to get out, something that you feel is important to be shared. Otherwise, it's just more noise. And taking the best stuff and instead of forcing yourself or putting this pressure on yourself to post every day to stay relevant and to stay top of mind, to take your absolute best stuff that you've ever created and the best stuff that you create moving forward and put it into a system where you're automatically omnipresent, you're automatically top of mind, where there is a system built that does the work for you and shows your stuff to the right people and can go out and find these new people who are relevant and well targeted and your potential future clients and prospects. And instead of having to put in all this sweat equity and this hustle and this work and make a full-time job out of either doing it yourself or into managing someone to do this and go out, and even like the positioning of it is kind of weak, right? It's kind of push, or instead of like attraction based and really standing firmly as the lighthouse, like right, like a lighthouse is able to stand there tall and bright and call in the ships to safe harbor, to be able to, in your case, safe harbor being to solve a problem, to deliver a result, to bring them to where they want to be, who they want to be, to overcome something, to attain something that currently is outside of their reality. And the lighthouse isn't running up and down the coastline being like, no, hey, like, yo, listen, you gotta like come talk to me, or like trying to drum up these conversations, right? It just is kind of energetically draining when really you could um, give all that energy to other parts of your life and other parts of your business and really just project out your message, your best messages, and have it be or like even though it's done through, and I'm not like really revealing anything that you don't probably know, it's done through advertising, content amplification, and so even though it's a paid strategy, to me it feels way more organic to have people discover you and engage with you, and have this content served to them as opposed to having to push it out and push it out. Feels much more organic to like the way that I think is a powerful form of actually attracting clients who see you and value you, as opposed to you maybe like roping them in and wrangling them in. Obviously, the ultimate outcome might be the same, but I think that you actually will have more engaged and happier and less likely to be problem clients, less likely to ask for refunds or be challenging, right? These are going to be people who were really attracted and like thought that it was their own idea, it was of their own volition, as opposed to them kind of being um, pulled into it through this system, right? Like someone that they don't know friend requesting them, and then sending them a message, and then getting on the call, and then selling them something that maybe like they're not going to say yes if they don't need it, but the time period of from when they heard about you to when they said yes, they might not have had the time to like really get to know you and what you're about and have a values alignment. So if you are interested in having this automatic omnipresent system created for you, taking your best content, really shining it out there brightly, and being able to attract the right people, I mean, first thing it's going to do is take the people who are already in your audience, who have known you for some time, and for whatever reason they've just been on the fence or on the sidelines and waiting. It's going to activate some of these people quickly, and it's going to influx some cash, and it's going to help you then start going out and finding new people who you can bring into your audience to accelerate your growth, to accelerate your impact, to accelerate the platform that you have to share this stuff with. And it's going to help your organic stuff. It's going to help this. It's all intertwined. So I definitely don't say throw out organic posting. Don't throw out any sort of organic strategy. But marrying the two of them together is going to accelerate the results and the power of both at the same time. So if this is interesting to you and you want to talk about having the system built for your business, you can send me an email, shine@rockstar.marketing. And Rockstar's got 2 A's in it. And we can talk about if it's a potentially good fit for you right now in your business to have the system built and start working it in tandem with what you may already be doing organically, that I'm sure is working and has gotten your business to where you are now. But to get to where you really want to go, especially not just from a revenue standpoint, but in terms of your lifestyle and how your time and your energy is spent in your business, instead of having to give so much time to the marketing side of it, in addition to having to run the operations of the business, serve your clients, all that, you can reduce the amount of time and energy given to the marketing because the system does so much of the work for you, and give that to other areas of your business that might need more attention. Maybe you can invest more time and energy or even some money into providing an amazing client experience that will shoot up your referrals, help you keep clients longer, make their lifetime customer value higher. All these things that could really add rocket fuel to your business, in addition to maybe there's some relationships or your health or a hobby or an interest or some books that like are sitting on your shelf that you want to read, and you just have not been able to create the time and justify the time because your business is hungry. It needs new leads, it needs new clients, it needs revenue to keep running. So if this kind of describes you and describes a little bit of where you want to see your business moving starting now, send me an email, shine@rockstar.marketing, 2 A's in Rockstar. If now is not the right time, then that's good too. I hope this video was useful and interesting. At the very least, it might change your organic strategy and help you grow your business through that process. And I'll see you in a future video and future posts. And yeah, I hope this is valuable. Talk soon.